Hello, dear friends. Today, let's talk about the very mission that successful mission that we have, Artemis 2nd. Imagine this: you are not standing on Earth. You are you are not surrounded by cities, borders, or you may say noise, and you are inside a spacecraft, silent, weightless, drifting drifting through the vast darkness, the darkness of space. And ahead of you lies the moon. You are approaching towards the moon, and behind you, something far more, maybe breathtaking. The feelings of the person inside the spaceship. A small glowing sphere, blue, white, and alive. You are approaching to the moon and you are moving away from the earth. And this is Earth, a blue ball. And in that moment, something might be changing. It might be changing forever for the pupil inside the spacecraft. And as humanity prepares, as humans prepare for missions like Artemis 2nd, we are not just sending astronauts to orbit the moon. This is not the argument, basically. We are we are sending humans perception. We are sending the perception of human beings beyond its usual limits. This spacecraft, it has traveled thousands of kilometers from Earth to Moon, from the surface of Earth. It has left the gravity of Earth and entered into the gravity of Moon. Even though Moon is as a whole falling in the gravity of Earth. So our planet is no longer everything, but just one object among many objects in the space. And why am I telling this? And yet, ironically, it becomes the only thing, the only object that matters. And technically, the mission involved a precise trajectory, a precise trajectory, gravitational gravitational forces assist, and the orbital mechanics is guided by the gravitational forces. And what happens? The spacecraft around moves around the moon, and it comes back from the moon. But beyond all the physics, there is something deeper happening. There is a shift. I mean, there should be a shift. There should be a shift in perspective. And If we talk about the view of the planet Earth, now when astronauts look out of the window, you might have seen that short window, what do they see? Basically, they do not see the countries, they don't see the cities, and they do not see the religion. They don't see the religions of the people. They do not see the divisions. What they see just a single sphere floating, a single sphere floating in infinite darkness. And everything else is black, everything else is silent, and a lot of things are empty. And in that emptiness, what they see earth shines. It has a beautiful, delicate layer of blue atmosphere, and it has the swirling clouds and a fragile boundary between life and lifelessness, that blue shade. And this is what the astronauts must have seen. From that distance, Earth does not look powerful, it looks vulnerable, it looks rare, and maybe it looks like a miracle in the vast darkness. This might be the observation. Now think about the argument that I have given here. Now think about this very carefully. Among all the visible objects in that vast darkness that is surrounding the planet Earth, and what appears? Only one appears to carry the life as we know it. Only one. Only one holds oceans, forests, civilizations, dreams, and histories. Only one. Only one. I will use it again as long as we're understanding. Only one holds us. The astronauts are watching, and yet on that very planet, we divide ourselves. We divide ourselves by color, we divide ourselves by caste, we divide ourselves by religion, we divide ourselves by borders. And from these astronauts' point of view, there does not exist any borders. They cannot see the borders. They will see a single object. From the perspective of the cosmos, if we think in the framework of the universe, in the framework of the cosmos, these divisions disappear completely, as if there is no division at all. Because there is a whole something. It's a whole thing. They are not real at that scale. What remains real, maybe it's the unity. What what remains real is a shared existence, a dependent existence, a correlation. So what we can build out of it. And if I tell you that you imagine an astronaut, and this astronaut is looking at Earth and is looking at Earth, sitting in the spacecraft and thinking, all the people I have ever known. I'll be using the word all the people that he has ever known, all the conflicts we have ever fought, all the differences. We can put it this way: all the differences we have ever generated, we have created, they are happening on that tiny blue dot. This is what this astronaut might be thinking about this planet. A dot that could vanish into darkness if something goes wrong instantaneously. A dot, a dot that depends on the balance, that depends on the balance of gravity, that depends on cooperation with respect to the sun and the planets, that depends on cooperation and care. So, from this perspective, I would like to have a message for humanity. So, what does this view, the astronaut's view, teach us? It teaches us, it teaches us responsibility, not, not responsibility as individuals alone. No, that's not the case. But as a species, if this is the only visible home of life in the vast emptiness, in the vast dark emptiness surrounding us, the dark emptiness around us, then protecting it is not optional. You cannot make it optional to protect the planet Earth. Living peacefully on it is not idealistic, it is a necessity. It is necessary. It is essential because there is no backup. There is no backup world in that view. That's what I'm trying to tell here. There is no second Earth in vicinity of us. There is no second Earth-like planet glowing nearby. This should be the message carried by the astronauts. They should be revealing that unity to the people of the world. And there is only one. There's only one planet Earth, as long as its vicinity is concerned. So next time we argue over the identity, over differences, over divisions, differences, divisions, identity, And imagine yourself far away in space. Imagine yourself being in that spacecraft, on a second, looking back and seeing Earth. And you're not seeing Earth as a collection of nations, but as a single